Imagine glancing at your wrist and instantly knowing not just the time, but the statement you're making to the world. In 2025, luxury watches aren't just about precision, they're symbols of legacy, wealth, and ambition. But what truly makes a watch iconic and worth a fortune? Stay with us as we dive into the world of elite craftsmanship, design mastery, and innovation. In this countdown, we'll reveal the top 7 luxury watches that define status in 2025, timepieces worn by collectors, celebrities, and business moguls who see them as more than accessories. These watches aren't just about telling time, they're about projecting power, wealth, and legacy. The luxury watch industry in 2025 isn't what it used to be. Yes, heritage brands like Rolex, Patek Philippe, and Audemars Piguet still dominate, but today's buyers demand more. They want cutting-edge materials, limited editions, and stories powerful enough to justify their extraordinary prices. Scarcity only fuels the demand. Waiting lists for Rolex stretch years. Richard Mille pieces are nearly impossible to buy, and every time stars like Cristiano Ronaldo or Jay-Z flaunt them, the hype skyrockets. This isn't just fashion, it's status. And as we move from number 7 to the crown jewel, some names will surprise you. Number 7, Audemars Piguet Royal Oak Concept Flying Tourbillon. At number 7, we begin with a piece that embodies futuristic craftsmanship, the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak Concept Flying Tourbillon. In 2025, this isn't just a watch, it's a statement of architectural brilliance strapped to your wrist. The open-work dial reveals a mesmerizing tourbillon suspended like it's floating in midair, while the angular titanium case feels more like sculpture than jewelry. Why does this watch define status? Because it bridges tradition and innovation. The Royal Oak line is legendary, but the concept flying tourbillon pushes into uncharted territory, making it one of the most sought-after conversation pieces in the luxury scene. And here's the twist. Its scarcity is what drives its value higher each year. If you spot someone wearing it, chances are they're not just wealthy, they're deeply entrenched in the watch collecting elite. But that's just the beginning. Number 6, Rolex Oyster Perpetual Celebration Dial, 2025 edition. Next on our list, at number 6, is a piece from the world's most recognizable luxury watchmaker, Rolex. In 2025, Rolex turned heads with its bold new take on the Oyster Perpetual, the Celebration Dial Edition. Unlike the conservative tones of older models, this version features vibrant, almost playful dial designs, each produced in strictly limited numbers. Here's the thing, Rolex doesn't chase trends. When it introduces something different, the entire market pays attention. That's why the Celebration Dial skyrocketed in demand. Waiting lists? Years long. Secondary market prices? Double or triple retail. Owning one in 2025 isn't about needing a Rolex, it's about having the Rolex everyone else wants and can't get. And while you might think Rolex is predictable, this model proved the brand still has the power to surprise collectors and dominate conversations. But if you think Rolex is the king of 2025, wait until you see the watch sitting at number 5. It's the one redefining modern luxury in a way few could imagine. Number 5, Richard Mille RM 65-01 Automatic Split Seconds Chronograph. At number 5, we step into the world of Richard Mille, a brand synonymous with bold designs and prices that make headlines. The RM 65-01 is one of the most complex automatic chronographs ever made, boasting a split seconds function, skeletonized dial, and engineering so advanced it's often compared to Formula One technology. In 2025, the RM 65-01 isn't just about telling time, it's about announcing your arrival. Celebrities, athletes, and billionaires gravitate toward Richard Mille because each piece is a fusion of art and high-tech performance. Lightweight carbon cases, shock resistance designed for sports, and aesthetics that scream modern extravagance make this watch an unmistakable status symbol. But here's the kicker, prices for Richard Mille models often climb above retail the second they leave the boutique. The RM 65-01 is no exception, cementing itself as a watch that doesn't just define wealth, but active influence. If you wear one, people know you're playing at the top level. Number 4, Patek Philippe Nautilus 5811/1G White Gold, 2025 update. Sliding into number 4, we find the legendary Patek Philippe Nautilus. In 2025, the Nautilus line received a fresh update with the 5811/1G in white gold, a continuation of Gerald Genta's iconic design that has ruled the luxury sports watch market for decades. Here's the fascinating part. Patek officially discontinued the famous 5711 a few years back, fueling hysteria and skyrocketing resale values. The 5811 stepped in as its spiritual successor, and in 2025, it remains one of the hardest watches to acquire. Demand far exceeds supply, and waitlists stretch endlessly. What makes the 5811 truly powerful is that it's not flashy, it's understated luxury. A Nautilus doesn't need diamonds or wild complications to turn heads. It whispers power and refined taste. And yet, despite its quiet elegance, it sparks envy in every collector who can't secure one. But as iconic as Patek's Nautilus is, the top 3 watches on our list go beyond design. They symbolize cultural power, global influence, and unimaginable exclusivity. The countdown is about to get even more intense. Number 3. Audemars Piguet Royal Oak Concept Flying Tourbillon GMT 2025. At number 3, we step into the futuristic world of Audemars Piguet. The Royal Oak Concept Flying Tourbillon GMT isn't just a watch, it's a masterpiece of modern horology. With its aggressive skeletonized dial, architectural case design, and cutting-edge tourbillon movement, this piece feels like it belongs in both a billionaires collection and a sci-fi movie. In 2025, AP pushed the limits of watchmaking with bold materials like titanium and ceramic, creating a timepiece that's both ultralight and impossibly strong. The GMT complication adds practicality, while the flying tourbillon makes it a statement of technical dominance. But here's the suspense: only the wealthiest collectors ever get their hands on one, and even then, it's about connections as much as cash. Owning this watch tells the world you're not just rich, you're part of an inner circle. Number 2, Rolex Daytona Le Mans Anniversary Edition. Taking the second spot, we have Rolex, the king of luxury recognition. In 2025, the Daytona Le Mans Anniversary Edition continues to dominate headlines. Originally launched to celebrate the legendary 24 hours of Le Mans race, this model has quickly become one of the most desirable Rolexes ever released. The combination of a ceramic bezel, high-performance chronograph movement, and heritage tied to motorsport legends makes this Daytona a grail watch for enthusiasts worldwide. And like most Rolex icons, availability is a nightmare. Authorized dealers? Forget it, you're either on a years-long waitlist or paying double, even triple, on the secondary market. What makes the Daytona so powerful is its dual identity. It's sporty yet elegant, functional yet collectible, and recognized by absolutely everyone. Wearing this watch in 2025 isn't just about luxury, it's about stepping into Rolex's unmatched history. But here's the twist. If the Daytona is number 2, then what could possibly hold the crown as the number 1 status watch in 2025? The final reveal will be the most jaw-dropping yet. Watch number 1, Patek Philippe Grand Complications Celestial 2025. And now, at number 1, we arrive at the true pinnacle of watchmaking, the Patek Philippe Grand Complications Celestial 2025. This isn't just a watch, it's wearable art, astronomy on your wrist, and proof of ultimate status. The Celestial combines Patek Philippe's centuries-old mastery with a poetic twist. The dial displays a rotating chart of the night sky, complete with phases of the moon and the motion of the stars. For 2025, Patek has refined the case with a slimmer profile, platinum casing, and a deep midnight blue enamel dial that feels like gazing into infinity. Why is it number 1? Because it represents exclusivity at its highest level. Prices start in the hundreds of thousands, but even then, money isn't enough. You need reputation, legacy, and often family connections just to be considered for ownership. In the world of watches, the Celestial isn't just about time, it's about timelessness. It's the final word in luxury and status. And here's the suspense. While every other watch on this list makes a statement, the Patek Philippe Celestial makes history. Those who own it become part of a lineage that stretches across generations. Luxury watches are more than tools to tell time. They're stories, symbols, and investments in legacy. From Richard Mille to Patek Philippe, each piece defines power in its own way. Which of these would you choose if money was no object? Drop your pick in the comments, and subscribe for more luxury deep dives.